Right, morning guys, day 2. Breezier than I would have liked. See what we can do. Hit the billy out, make coffee, and yeah, make a plan for the day. Not too sure what we're going to do just yet. A little bit of fuel up our sleeve still, so if this wind keeps blowing we won't be going too far. We haven't got a whole lot of lead left. Burnt shitloads of it last night, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. I reckon it's about the best part of the day right here. Oh, bloody marvellous. Anyway, 6 Bs, blokes, barbecues, bonfires, beers, bonding and bullshit. Bit of mental health too, guys. Get onto it. So one thing I have learned this trip, what we were doing, obviously we've got the two lithium batteries down there for the Minn Kota and a fridge, but all the power's down the back. So what I have been doing until we could work out how to get power up the front from the back was basically just splitting up the lithium batteries and not having a Minn Kota. So you would have seen last fishing trip up the creek there, no Minn Kota sitting on the anchor, which is obviously a hell of a lot easier, just chuck the Minn Kota down. So what I've actually learnt, brass monkey run off 12 and 24. So I've just plugged straight into the Minn Kota. So fridge uses next to no power, uses bugger all. I think I've done 10 and a half engine hours this trip so far, and every time the engine starts the Minn Kota batteries are charging, so there's no chance pretty much of those batteries going flat. There's 200 amps there and it's lithium, so you get the full 200, and you're really only using the Minn Kota maybe half an hour if you're lucky at each spot. So you know, and then you're back on the power again, so it's charging back up. So yeah, brass monkey 12 and 24, what a winner. like changing colours with lures. Right, so just slipped out a little way. Obviously you can still see islands in the background there. 5 mile out, or 8 mile, whatever we went. It's not real pleasant. Got a current running sort of towards the back of the boat. The swell, sorry, running towards the back of the boat. We've got the wind blowing towards the front of the boat, and we've got a current running across the boat. So I was a bit confused. So it's yeah, it's not real pleasant, but we'll battle away and see if we can find a bit of ground. About 54 metres now, so this will be fun. Fish on! Fish on! Woohoo! Jason! Woohoo! Beautiful ranking cod. That was me hope with the pink head down there. Nothing massive, but hands down, probably one of the best eating fish. Next to red emperor, coral trout, bluebone. Bloody beautiful. He's back in the drink real quick. Oh, on again! God, off here! It's another nice ranking. No way. That's it. We've got that on the deck. Woohoo! And it's bigger. Yeah, boy. Brother and sister, look at the colours on it. Jig's doing the damage. Anyone knows me, I'm a bit of a bottom basher. So I've been trying to get into this jigging thing. Look at that, just fell out. So yeah, one of those things. I think that's how it glows in the dark. Not real up with me jigs and what they're called. What is it? Ribcage 150. 55 metres of water. And that other one, that pink feather, Oh, hang on, I'm on again. That's just a real cheap one, that one. Yeah, that's just a real cheap one, that pink feather, but the Rankin cod they just seem to love it. But as I said earlier, I've got no esky. I've been told not to bring home too much fish. So I'm tipping, yeah, 10 o'clock, it's definitely 12 o'clock somewhere. Gonna have a beer. I'll tidy these couple up. Hopefully get whatever's rattling me to pieces here. It's all going on here. Okay, so I just processed those fish down, and here's a classic example of why you bleed fish. I see a few things on social media about, oh, why do you cut your throat and all the rest of it and stuff like that, but here it is. Excuse the filleting, it's a bit rocking and rolly here, and obviously I haven't got ice to stiffen the fish up, so it was a bit of a job, but yeah, so here's the fish. It's obviously unbled and bled. Pretty clean cut. Just to why you bleed a fish. Comes up mint when you do. My bloody deck wash and live bait pump's going down too, so that's why I had a bit of trouble. It's a bit slimy. So yeah, not too sure what's going on there. Another job for Bob when we get home. But, no doubt the missus will be real impressed. Oh my god! Oh, you're not going to believe this. Well, I'm just, as you can see, putting the fillets in the bags. Both rods, I forgot to wind them up. Both rods have just gone off together. I lost that one. Another stinker. For God's sakes. On the rib cage again. Woo. Far out. Oh, man, that's a pearler. It's like a gym team, you just can't say no. Oh man, I think I'm going to wind that one up before we're in too much more trouble here. Pack them fillets away. Right, so it turns out, so while I got a couple of minutes, I got those fish away now. It's sweating here. I'd have a look at my bilge, the deck wash and live bait tank. It turns out, lo and behold, people that build boats are onto it, unlike me. There was a bloody screen fitter in it. That little bad boy right there. Yesterday when I was trawling, there was a bucket load of weed. I must have picked up a chunk of it, because all this here was solid in there. Have a look at it, sucked him straight in. Cleaned her out, deck wash, live and kicking again. Good to go. Another problem solved. It even turns off for you. Lovely. A little backwater here. Place is full of those little stingrays. Nice sand whiting here too. Needed any more bait. Really hard to catch by the looks of it. Another ray coming towards me. It's a little creek well, creek backwater, it's high tide or getting to high tide. You can sort of see how quick the water's flowing. Would have been walking, done about 300 metres or something, just keeps going in. Had the drone up before, didn't look that big, but yeah, halfway up my thighs here. It's like walking through a little rainforest, to be honest with you. Birds chirping away. There's this little track up the beach here. Tipping there must be little wallabies here or something. We'll see. His tail, his feet. Must be his ball bag. He's had a ball bag on him. I was joking, that'd be his front end, his little paws. I'd say so anyway. Hopefully. Alright, so we've pulled up in this beautiful little bay here. Obviously been for a walk in the mangroves. Having a dip, one of these. And yeah, so we're trying to hatch a plan for the Sarvey. Kind of thinking this might be a good one. Just kick about, have a swim until the tide goes out. I want to head over and catch up with Chad from Blue Lightning Charters. He'll be coming back in the Savo. I was talking to him last night and I'll go and have a beer with him. Catch up with him before I head off. Tipping I might head off tonight after I have something to eat and a couple of refreshments. Just head back steady and yeah, maybe try and make the tide. It's about midnight tide, so that'll do me well, because if I head off early in the morning I'll get back to the creek, it'll be low tide. So it's kind of the only drawback of using the creek to launch. So you're a little bit curved with your tides, and the boat ramp drops right down quite steep on low tide, so it's very hard to retrieve. But yeah, so that's the plan at this stage. Something to eat, a couple more of these, and we'll catch up with Chad for a bit. Right, so we've decided to come around the west side of the island. We've got a fair bit of fuel up our sleeve. Still got 140 litres, 130 litres. So yeah, we've come around the west side here. This little lagoon called Turtle Lagoon. It's not a whole lot of entry here, but the tide's on its way out now. You see the water gushing out. Poke our nose up in here and have a bit of a squeezy while the tide runs out. So I've got a feeling I've just seen some squid. Yeah, so I've just rigged up a little light rod. I'm gonna see what happens here. Squid. Dirty bugger. For dinner. trying to boom, onto it again. You see him just launch at it. Good size squid too. If you want to spray this one up the side of the boat. Some of it. Oh, and there's some more. So we'll have another try getting up Turtle Lagoon here. Got a bit of commotion there. I was old school of fish here. No, see them all darted away. I'd dart away too. There's so much life here. Right, I just found a little spot out of the wind here. I'll just run you through what sort of rods and reels I'm using if anyone's interested in that way inclined. So this is my favourite obviously. This is my custom made Mike's Custom Rods rod. It's awesome, a little bit light for what we want to do. I wasn't really sure what I wanted, to be honest with you. I've never built a rod, so we went with the blank that we got. Couldn't tell you the kilo rating. Mike would be able to rattle all that off to me if I asked him. But apparently we've overcooked it a little bit. We've got a 5500 Penn Slammer 3. I think it's got 80 pound on it. Don't get many chances up here getting fish up, so I went a bit heavy on it. So might need to upgrade the rod to something a little bit heavier. But it's a really good all rounder. It's nice and short. It's a good boat rod, and it's got plenty of oomph in it, as you've seen today, pulling up a couple of those fish. What else we got here? We got Old Faithful. Can't go past the old Penn 650. Been beaten, bashed. It's caught sailfish. It's caught reds. It's caught everything. We even got the custom eyelet missing at the top here. Still battles away. So a lot of my stuff's pretty old. We went away from the fishing for a while, but we've got back into it. There's the Old Faithful as well, Shimano TLD range with a Penn reel, Penn rod. Sorry, I think that was a Kmart special back in the day. But, and then a little bait caster, little Calcutta. I think it's a Catalyst. Sorry, not a Calcutta. Yeah, just a Facebook special. Have you nice Rapala rod, cork tips, cork grips. But yeah, it does the job. So that's pretty much all I use, guys. I'm nothing flash when it comes to gear. I'm trying to get a bit better, do a little bit more of it again. But yeah, definitely if you're chasing a nice rod, when I say nice, I mean really nice, definitely hit up Mike from Mike's Custom Rods. Even if you need repairs, Old Faithful rods that you've loved and had for years that need a facelift, he's good at that too. He can make them look like brand new. Alright, so unfortunately we're going to call it quits out here. Just seems a bit of a waste. We've got this glassy conditions and I've got about 90 k's to go that way. So, and then tomorrow it's going to blow up a bit. Just been up on the top of one of the hills here, and yeah, unfortunately tomorrow it's going to blow up a bit, about 20 knots, and southerly too, so I'll be punching straight into it. So I'm not really looking forward to anything like that tomorrow. So instead of just sleeping here the night, I'm going to head back now. It's 5:30, so I should be back there if the weather stays like this in a couple of hours. So we'll ping it along a little bit. We've got plenty of fuel on hand, so but yeah, it's been an absolutely awesome trip. Plenty of fish. So like you say, I had to stop fishing because Yeah, there's no point pulling a fish out of 50 odd metres of water and risking the barotrauma with them and all the rest of it. So just came in around the islands and had a bit of a look and mucked around, and yeah, it's really cool place. It's just not much else you can say about the Monties. It's bloody awesome. It never ceases to amaze. That's about it. Didn't bring any dive gear. Not a real fan of diving by myself, especially when the amount of sharks and that are out here now. But yeah, so anyway guys, I'm going to hit it that way at about 30 knots. Well, there she goes. Last of the red Jaffa. It's been a beautiful day. A bit rough this morning, but turned out not too bad. So we've got a lot of water going that way, and I'm leaving paradise back that way. That's our first major solo trip in the OTT. A few stats for you. Just on 200 nautical mile, I think it was 203 for 160 litres of fuel. So that thing there is a weapon. And obviously Garmin worked well. All our gear worked, apart from our controller. We had a little bit of an issue with that coming loose, but we'll swap those nuts out for some Nylox and that'll alleviate that issue. Going forward, we've got some big trips planned, but if you guys want to see anything or think you can test the tinny, we know we've got a good product now. We've done just on 100 hours. We just had our first service, but yeah, send it through. Put a comment down below, and as always guys, like, subscribe, share, jump on Facebook and Insta, and check us out. Cheers guys, keep watching.